Well, fellas, the first round is just about over. A lot happened, and we got some very interesting second round matchups to talk about. How you guys feeling?
I'm excited, man. This is one of the more exciting first rounds it feels like we've had in a while. We had some great series go to like 6 and 7, as well as some dominant sweeps by teams I didn't necessarily see coming. So I'm stoked. Let's get into it.
If only our whole teams weren't knocked out, like me and Nate's team.
Yeah, I feel like watching a playoffs as a spectator for the first time in a couple of years has probably increased my enjoyment of it.
Yeah, and then me and Nate are just angry spectators.
Yeah, we're
Just slightly.
suicidal. I almost didn't make it to this episode.
Oh, dude, I almost didn't make it through this week. So I mean, we could probably just jump from like suicidal thought to suicidal thought in the West here. Yeah, so we'll start with previewing the Timberwolves and Nuggets series that is going on as we're recording this. The Timberwolves swept the Suns, and the Nuggets gentlemen swept the Lakers, despite the Lakers leading at halftime of every game and leading for the majority of the series, which is painful.
They actually won 5-0 in moral victories once again.
True. There's stuff to talk about because I think the Timberwolves kind of just showed that they're built for playoffs and they're like ready for this shit. And the Suns are frauds. We've been had them on the fraud watch, so that's pretty much done and dusted. Like KD's gone.
Yeah, it seems likely.
I just meant from the playoffs, but yeah, he could be gone from
No,
the
yeah,
team too.
he's probably out of there.
And then yeah, the Nuggets Lakers. It kind of showed that the Nuggets are like not as good as they were on their playoff run last year. Jamal Murray isn't going ballistic the whole game anymore, and the Lakers really have no perimeter defenders at all, and played that pretty poorly on guarding him, and then he just shit the bed. So interesting to see there, like versus better perimeter defenders on the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves just have like more size. The Lakers, for whatever reason, we just didn't get like a backup center or like any tall player at all. So it'd be interesting to see them against some more length. So what do you guys think about that series? I'll save my prediction for the Timberwolves Nuggets right now, but
Yeah, that Lakers Nuggets was a fun one. That was like the closest 5-game series I've ever seen. I mean, two of them went down to game winners. I think the Nuggets came back from 10 in like 4 of those games. Yeah, I mean, they kind of broke up that defense of Denver that was very dominant in their title run last year. I think putting Jokic in the pick and roll, they had a couple different combinations of guys they were going with, but Jokic really struggles to defend that. Yeah, like you said, Jamal Murray did not go ballistic like he usually does in the playoffs. Aaron Gordon also had some rough games. MPJ played great though. I mean, I think with the Nuggets, you can afford a couple off games because they have the guys to make up for it, You can get a random, 20-piece from MPJ or, Reggie Jackson or something. But yeah, I mean, this series definitely dropped my stock on the Nuggets, I will say. This should not have been as close as it was, even though it was a 5-game. Darvin Ham made some pretty rough coaching decisions, like you said, man. And still, they were having to drag it back, pull out miracles every night. So, little concerned about the Nuggets. And then, yeah, on the T-Wolves Sun side of the bracket, I was kind of skeptical of the whole narrative that, like, oh, the Suns got the Timberwolves number. It's, like 9-1 past 2 seasons. I didn't really see why that would continue. Wolves are, like, way bigger, dominate the rebounds, like, just cause massive problems for, like, a team that's really relying on, like, tough jumpers, low efficiency, high volume stuff. Timberwolves just looked unstoppable. Anthony Edwards averaged like 36 or something stupid. So, I'll say my prediction when we talk about the next one, but I was pretty moved by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I'd have to agree on being moved by the Timberwolves in the Suns series. The Suns, on paper, should have been a somewhat tough matchup. Like, they should have taken a game or two, And they just got their shit rocked. I think it's very possible when I made a prediction that series would be 5 or 6, maybe even 7. I failed to consider that the Suns are made up of entirely bitches. But yeah, the Timberwolves, they looked very, very good in that series, and it's made this next one really tough for me because the Nuggets didn't look nearly as good against the Lakers, even though I think they felt in control for most of it. I never felt like they were really on the ropes in any of those games, but that might just be me.
Come on, they were down 20 in the third quarter. They didn't feel on the ropes, dude.
Listen, man, I'll pull up my messages that I was sending to people. I knew they were still in that game that entire time.
Fair enough. You got the receipts.
Yeah, but they didn't look as good as the Timberwolves did in their series. Based on purely how the first round went, I would pick the Timberwolves, but based on just experience and what we know about these teams overall, that gives the Nuggets a small leg up for me because we've seen them do it before, right? So you're seeing it live right now. I have a quarter in my hand, and I'm going to flip it live on the show to decide my prediction. Locking it in right now. Nuggets are heads, Wolves are tails. Here we go. That is very unfortunate where that coin landed. That's completely behind my desk. Hold on.
The suspense is building.
We're going to do it on Google. I think you can do that. Flip a coin. It didn't pick me up. God damn it. Flip a coin. Okay, it was heads. I'm locking in the Nuggets.
Oh, that is perfect, because I just flipped one and I got tails, so I'm going with the Timberwolves in 7.
That's crazy.
On that.
My coin versus your coin. We'll see.
I think I'm staying clear of the coin flip strategy for this one. I'm gonna lock in the Timberwolves. I definitely, like you were saying, we've seen the Nuggets do it before, so it's tough for me to bet against them. It obviously goes to 7. It's gonna be a super fun series, but I think I was a little more impressed by the first round series from the Wolves. I think kind of the size and defense is really going to cause some problems. There's no Jokic stopper, but Gobert is kind of as close as you can get, as well as, Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, Jaden McDaniels, all great defenders. So I think this one goes to the Wolves, y'all.
Yeah, I think we can get into the bitch factor with the Suns, because there's multiple series here where the bitch factor may sway the series, but yeah, I think that it's more to do with the Nuggets being because the Lakers are a really physical team, so they kind of they've had a lot of time to rest, but it's pretty physically taxing to play. The Lakers and Jamal Murray was dealing with small injuries here and there, and the Timberwolves have had more time to rest up and prepare. So I think that when you're dealing with what's going to be probably a close series, that stuff kind of comes into play more, where I think the Timberwolves will probably jump to, I would predict them to take home court advantage, win one of the first 2 games, and then the Nuggets to come and take one on the Timberwolves floor, and then it to be game 7 situation in Denver, which honestly you do, if you think the series is going to 7, you might be better off just doing a coin flip, because it's kind of hard to tell who's going to win that one. But so me and Zach have Timberwolves, and Nate, you got the Nuggets. Do you have it in 7?
Yeah,
Nate?
I'm flipping a coin to decide my pick. It's in 7.
Yeah.